This review contains some spoilers. If you haven't played the game yet, then you don't have to worry too much, but I just want to warn you before you watch this video. Hotline Miami may seem like a mindless murder game, but then you start asking yourself questions. For example, you may ask yourself, why am I having so much fun killing these people? Why am I killing so many members of the Russian Mafia? Who's leaving the messages on your answering machine? How come the messages tell you to do seemingly innocent things, but then you end up killing more people? I'm the ultimate gender, and it's time to overthink Hotline Miami. Part 1. The gameplay. There's a whole bunch of weapons to use in the game. Basically, you can use baseball bats, katanas, knives, shotguns, machine guns. It's very fast-paced, it's very snappy. There's never really a slow moment in Hotline Miami. In fact, it's actually possible just to run in, guns blazing, go crazy, and get a bunch of points. Yet to do that, it's not very easy. You see, Hotline Miami is a very trial and error game. If you just run into a building, then you're probably gonna die a lot. Yet to be honest with you, it's never really your fault. Another great thing about Hotline Miami's gameplay is the animal mask. Basically, each animal mask gives you a new ability. You can either be really fast, or be hard to spot, or kill everybody just by punching them, or a bunch of different abilities. One problem is that there's just masks that just objectively are bad. For example, you have this wolf mask. This wolf mask starts you off with a knife, which may be good for like the first enemy, but you can just find knives or, just a bunch of different fucking weapons on the floor to use. The masks do give you a lot of replay value and let you play how you want to play. Also, the gameplay ties in with the story. For example, you start asking yourself, why does Jacket not react when he kills people? I mean, he has no reactions and he runs in there and kills everybody. And there's also a bunch of other things like how you get points and how it's satisfying to kill people. You're killing people, yet it's very satisfying. You're doing all these horrible things, yet there's these really catchy tunes playing in the background. Tactics like these put you in the mind of a psychopath. Yet then again, when you kill everybody, you get this really creepy song that plays in the background as you're forced to backtrack to throw everybody that you killed. Part 2. The presentation. This fucking soundtrack is the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life. Oh my god, this soundtrack is so amazing. Everybody, listen to it right now. Listen to it, okay? I mean, it's a lot of like 80s synth, It's really fucking good. Just please listen to it. Please, for the love of God, listen to it. The graphics also look really nice. There's a lot of detail and a lot of bright colors that makes everything pop, It makes everything look really interesting. And then again, it also has amazing music. Please listen to the soundtrack. But if you combine the nice graphics with the really nice music, then you get some really nice action stages that are made even better with the presentation and music. Which again, the really good music and the bright colors makes the violence much more satisfying. It has good violence, music, and graphics. Part 3. The story. Each level begins with your character waking up and he gets a phone call to do basically an innocent thing, but he ends up killing more people. At the end of the level, you meet your friend Beard at whatever place he's working at. These moments try to calm you down after, killing a bunch of people. But sometimes these moments have weird things that happen. You have this moment in the first level where you throw away a briefcase, but then a hobo tries to attack you because goddammit, you're in his alley. You then leave like nothing happened. There's also this moment where you end up saving a girl, not brutally murdering her, oh no. You end up saving her and taking her back to your car, and she actually stays in your apartment for a while, of course. And all of a sudden you're dreaming and you have this girl with a horse mask that tries to calm you down, a guy wearing a chicken mask that looks like you, and you have a guy wearing an owl mask that looks like a Russian mafia member that seems to fucking hate you. And then these dream sequences end and you're back to the beginning of the level. You then start asking yourself questions like, why did you save the girl? Who's leaving the messages on your answering machine? Why are you having these weird as fuck, fucking therapist sessions with the owl, chicken, and the horse? what the fuck is going on? You start going nuts. But then you figure it out. You end up finding out that Hotline Miami just likes to fuck with you. During the second therapy session, the chicken asks you a couple of questions. A lot of the questions are questions that you would ask, but the first question is, do you like hurting other people? Which you did probably enjoy killing all the people you did kill in the game. Do you get to know more about the girl you saved? You don't. Do you get to know more about the phone messages? Well, in the second game you do, but in the first game not really. But let's go back to the question that the chicken guy asked us. Do you like hurting people? Well, yeah, it's pretty obvious that you do. The point of Hotline Miami doesn't matter, because Jacket doesn't care. Jacket wants to kill people. That's what he gets enjoyment from. When you think you're about to get some answers, you don't. Because soon, it's going to be time to kill people. And when it's time to kill people, you have to go do an action level. But that's it for the review. Now it's time for the conclusion. Hotline Miami is probably a masterpiece. Basically, it combines all of its three elements together. You know, the gameplay, you have the combat levels, you have the weird, confusing, yet interesting, yet pointless story, and then you have the really nice visuals and that kick-ass soundtrack. For what it tried to do, it's a masterpiece, but I have a couple of gripes with it. First, Hotline Miami is a pretty short game. It's a ton of fun to replay all the levels over and over again, but it's only about 4 hours long. But my biggest problem with the game is that I feel like levels feel a bit too similar. Don't get me wrong, they're a lot of fun to play through, but they have the kind of same aesthetic and the same visuals. There's a lot of levels that just take place in the same location, it feels like, but there's some levels that take place in much different locations. There's some visual variety though. There's one level that takes place in the police station, one level that takes place in the nightclub, and another level that takes place in a small Chinese restaurant, just for a bit of visual variety. But overall, that's it for Hotline Miami. I hope you all enjoyed my review. I try to make this review much more bigger and better than all my other Overthinking reviews. Both the Hotline Miami games are great, and they're some of the best games I've ever played. I don't know when, but I will definitely do Hotline Miami 2. Probably next year or so.